Spirit of the day. In this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And in this very room, there's quite enough love for all of us. And there's quite enough hope and quite enough power to chase away any gloom. For Spirit, God's Spirit, is in this very room, in this very room, in this very room. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
It's really nice to have you here. And thank you for playing that song in this very room. It reminded me of a spiritual practice that we haven't really been using that much. It's called Keeping the High Watch. And as I was sitting here and thinking about some of the people who were not able to be with us this morning because of illness or injury or other problems that I don't know about, I thought it would be nice today if we could think of ourselves as keeping the high watch for them. So I invite you now to join with me in mind as I give the spiritual mind treatment. As we remind ourselves of the truth that this is a spiritual universe, that there is only spirit, that everything that we experience as substance, as this manifest life, including our feelings, our emotions, our experiences, is actually a manifestation of spirit taking place through us, as us, for us, with us. Knowing this gives me the faith to know that our spiritual mind treatments, our declarations of good, are real and have real effects. And so I declare that this morning we are embarked in opening up a pathway for joy, health, prosperity, and loving relationships to emerge, to be refreshed, to be reinvigorated and renewed. This morning we are aware of and nurturing the very spark of the divine, the spark of love and light and joy, which is our true nature. Right now, we are in this very room. And in this very room, we are co-creating a moment of friendship, fellowship, and deeper understanding. That there is good for us all. That there is enough for us all. That there is peace, joy, and plenty for us all. This is the truth. I know it to be so. And with gratitude in my heart, I turn this declaration of good, this spiritual mind treatment, over to Spirit itself, knowing that it is already done, and invite you to join with me by saying, and so it is. Thank you.
In this month of thankfulness, picture yourself right now as you listen to the Native American flute in the canyon.
surrender. I trust in God.
How beautiful. Thank you. So, good morning, everyone. Let's just give Cahill and Delina a hand.
Thank you.
Great to see you guys. We have them here with us this morning. So I'm Reverend Kate, and it's my pleasure to welcome everyone again to the Center for Spiritual Living, Carlsbad, where we teach and where we also learn that there is a power for good in the universe, and we can use it.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here with us. So I would like to invite Robert to come up and help light our candles this morning as we remind ourselves of the underlying spirit of life and the divine unity of all. So first, we light a candle for life. Life is everywhere present, flowing through each and every one of us. There is only one life. That life is God's life, and that life is our life now. So please affirm with me, I am life. We light a candle for love. The birth of love happens within each one of us each time we make room for the Christ consciousness in our hearts and recognize our unity. We are each points of love within the heart of God. So please affirm with me, I am love. We light a candle for light. The light of God is the presence and the power. We are always walking in the light. We radiate the light of God wherever we are. Please affirm with me, I am light.
I am light.
We light a candle for beauty. We are made in the likeness and image of God. We are each whole, complete, and beautiful, just as we are. We accept the beauty of God's perfection as our perfection now. Please affirm with me, I am beauty. We light a candle for joy. Joy is the very nature of spirit and the true essence of each of us. We celebrate the joy of our own rebirth and the God consciousness. We each bring joy to the world. Please affirm with me, I am joy. We light a candle for peace. Today and every day we open our hearts to peace. We are each a center of peace in our world. Please affirm with me, I am peace. And finally, I invite you to take a moment to recognize your own inner light that is always shining within as we take a moment to honor our own metaphysical path of wholeness, oneness, and mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. Thank you, Robert. So this morning I have a few announcements for you. If you look inside your program, you'll see that we're having a food drive. So if you didn't bring anything today, please bring it next week. We want to get the food delivered before Thanksgiving to interfaith services. If you don't have a lot of extras in your pantry and you want to make a donation to the food bank, you can make a check payable to Interfaith services, or you can even make it payable to us, but just be sure to mark that it's for interfaith, and we'll make sure that that gets to them also. Today we're having a class after our service, after fellowship. It's the final class on Thomas Trauer, and I know everyone is so excited that it's going to be our last class. And then we'll figure out what we'll do next year for our next class. I know that some people in the class are interested in becoming practitioners, so I do plan to offer classes that will be helpful to people on the practitioner path. And then tentatively next fall, we'll start the first year that leads into practitioner training. So it's a 2-year program. The first year only has a few prerequisites, and you don't have to go on to the second year. The second year has a number of prerequisites, a little more complicated, but don't worry, we each go as far with this as we choose to. I also want to tell everyone that next week, Jim is speaking, so he's going to give the reading today, so you'll all remember who he is. He's going to be speaking next week, so that should be fun. So come and we'll give him a hand, and it's going to be good. If you have one of his books, bring it next week, and we'll have a little book signing for Jim, so that'll be fun. And then, of course, the following week, I just want to emphasize, we're going to have our potluck this Sunday after Thanksgiving. So it's going to be the Sunday after Thanksgiving, not before, because I know people travel and have plans before Thanksgiving. So the last Sunday in November, we'll have a nice potluck here. So one other announcement, it's not in your program or anything, but I was thinking about it. You know, this is Veterans Day weekend, and I know that we think of ourselves as really, really embodying the ideas of peace in all we teach, and that is so very true. But I also want us to honor and be grateful for all the people that have served. I know we have one or maybe more people in this room today, a couple who are veterans. Would you like to stand up?
Stand up.
We do. We thank you. I mean, we're here today because of all the people that have gone before us. And it's good once in a while to just recognize we're not just, it's not that we're just alone on our own path, but so many people have brought us to this moment, to this place. So thank you, Robert. Thank you also, Maurene, although we didn't stand up.
The reserves.
Yeah, in the reserve. We like, yeah, so thank you. So we're going to have fellowship after our talk, and I just want to also remind everyone that if you would like spiritual mind treatment, I'm here, Dr. Maddie is here, Reverend Maurene, Robert, and Larry are all available after the service. And you also have the opportunity to put a request in the lobby in our treatment box so that we can just know that all is well with you during the week. And remember, we persist. So if something that you would like to see in your life hasn't unfolded for you yet, don't hesitate to request treatment again. Let's see. Oh, I wanted to say thank you to today's volunteers. And Julie isn't here today, although I had a nice chat with her this morning when she delivered the flowers. She's got, you know, we like to keep the high watch and know everything is good for everyone. So her issue has to do with a lot of kittens. so don't worry about her. She's fine, and the flowers are beautiful. She's looking for little kittens, yeah. Some lost kittens showed up. So anyway, and I want to thank Jan and Robert for the greeting today. I hope you enjoy the cookies I brought. And Amy, and thanks to Larry for doing the video recording. Angel came early, set everything up, and Jim set up the bookstore and helped with the lobby, and Jan is out in the lobby right now, keeping everything on track. So let's give all of our volunteers a hand. And of course, volunteer sign-up sheet is out in the lobby if you'd like to do something next week. It'd be great. So now, if you could look inside your program and find the group reading, let's read it together. God is all, both visible and invisible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect love and perfect abundance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect abundance. That was good. Rise and shine. We're going to have
Please stand and let's get energized. We want you to sing loud and clear. This is called Holy, Holy Way. We've done this before. So it's a call and response. I will call, and Cahill and you will respond. It's very simple. 3, 4. All right, let's get energized. Sing and dance. Here we go. Clap our hands.
Let me know
That was really beautiful. You guys did a great job. You can have a seat now. It's okay to sit down. And right now, I'd like to call Jim up to give us our reading for the day.
What do you got for the meeting today?
Something. Always something wonderful.
Good stuff.
Let's see here. I'm going to turn this thing on.
So we start off with saying, good morning. How was
morning.
everybody
Good
today?
morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, the reading is from The Living of the Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. Life is an adventure in which we never know what is going to happen just beyond the turn of the road. But too often, our today is filled with regrets over the past. If we could convince ourselves that the limitations of the past need not be carried into the future, what a happy outlook we should have. Even as what we did yesterday set the law of life in motion to create what we are doing today, so what we are doing today sets the same law in motion to create what will happen to us tomorrow. What we did yesterday is carried over into today, only because we give our consent to it. What we are thinking and doing today can create the kind of tomorrow we wish to experience if we will change our outlook on life. But since today is the only day in which we live, and yesterday has forever passed, the change that we need to make within ourselves must be made today. And so we have to live each day as though it were complete and perfect within itself. We have to live each day as though all the joy there is in the universe were ours now. And we have to live each day as though all the joy we ever expect to experience were ours now. If we make every day a day of praise and thanksgiving, a day in which we recognize the divine bounty and the eternal goodness, and if we live today as though God were the only presence and the only power there is, we would not have to worry about tomorrow. And so it is.
So
it is.
Very good.
All right, well, our first musical selection is going to get you energized. This is by Eddie Watkins Jr., the musical director of CSL Portland. Kind of a classic. We do this song a lot because it's such a great song. And if there was one thing that we always affirm here in any Science of Mind related classes or services, is it's that God is all there is. 2, 3, 4.
Everything in order, and we live in paradise. God is all
in between. From the intellectual orchestrated relativity, the power of creation is God's gift to you and me. God is all there is. God is all there is in the beginning. God is all there is. God is all there is in the beginning.
All right, sing it now.
God is all there is.
God is all there is.
God is all there is in the beginning. God is all there is.
God is all there is.
God is all there is in the beginning. God.
Very good.
So true. God is all there is. It's what we teach. It's what we know. And we've had a wonderful class. You know, I think it's been a hard class. I know people talk to me about their homework or their final project for this class that we're having after our meeting today. And I know that Reverend Maurene and I are maybe like relieved that we have completed the class and that everyone did so beautifully. And I just want to thank Reverend Maurene and Robert, because having them as part of the class made me feel much more able to offer it, because it's complicated, and I know that both of them had studied Troward in the past. So it's really nice to have that, you know, team effort. And so let's all welcome Reverend Maurene as she shares a little inspiration for us today. So please give her a
Thank you, Kate. Well, good morning. I know most of you here. There's only one who has never been to church before, my brother's dog, Butch. Yeah. So, well, it's great to see you all, and thank you for the smiles. You know, it's wonderful to be up here and see everybody. The good news is, Chase, cut to the bottom line, you are infinite and immortal. So today I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about Toy Story, one of my favorite movies, with Buzz Lightyear and his To Infinity and Beyond. And I'm going to talk about how we call universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it. It's infinite, and in its infinity, you are one with it, and you are infinite. So we've been studying this book by Judge Troward, get his name right, about creative process in the individual, and how the universe created itself by self-contemplation, and how we create, we use that same creativity and that same mind. And in addition, we speak our word, we send thoughts into the mind, we do our spiritual mind treatments. We are creative. Troward said, we're primarily spiritual beings. We're individualized centers which allow for the distribution of spirit. And he believed we want to get more out of life through continuously progressing. I also want to mention, and you two were there at the Celebration of Life for Dr. Tom last week. In honor of Dr. Tom Sanner, our CSL teacher, I want to talk a little bit about immortality. He was an amazing teacher. But one other person I wanted to mention, maybe you're not familiar with her. She was a German Benedictine abbess. Her name was Hildegard of Bingen. She said the human soul not only is localized within human beings, but is also interconnected with the entire universe. Our soul is free of time and space, eternal, infinite, all-powerful. Yeah. Amazing woman. So, it wouldn't be a great Sunday without one of my corny jokes. What do you order at a spiritual hot dog stand? It's one with everything. And we're talking about immortality. My grandfather was arrested several times for selling a phony immortality elixir, once in 1890, again in 1928, and the last time in 2021. Okay. You
When
know,
are you going to get over this?
I was going to tell a joke about infinity, but you know, I don't know how it ends. But I love the concept of infinity. You know, I could talk about it forever. So, enough. How many of you saw Toy Story? Did you see Toy Story?
Oh,
yeah. It came out, I think it was 1995. But it takes place in a world where toys come to life. And when the humans are not present, and the plot focuses on this relationship between an old-fashioned pull-string toy called Woody and the new version, the action figure Buzz Lightyear, and he's this action space cadet kind of thing, who's voiced by Tim Allen. Now Woody is voiced by Tom Hanks, and the message, kind of metaphysical message, is that toys need love too. They deeply want people to play with them. And it received 3 Academy Awards. You know, it's a lot of fun for children, but if you ever go back and listen to it again, it's got some of the greatest adult jokes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're clean, but they're pretty wild. So, you know, I think what that movie has shown me, in addition to saying to infinity and beyond, it's shown me the relationships, that it isn't the outer things that give us pleasure, but it's the time we use to care and support each other. How important it is to have friendships. And they became fast friends, you know, Buzz and Woody. Sometimes I quote Anne Lamott. She's an American writer, and she says, your experiences will be yours alone. But truth and best friendship will rarely, if ever, disappoint you. So Buzz goes out and he says to infinity and beyond, and this has become synonymous with that film. Buzz Lightyear, action figure, actually went into space. You know, the astronauts took it up on the space shuttle Discovery. And it was reported, it was really interesting though, this phrase was used by a father and son who had gone overboard on a boat, and they had to tread water for like 15 hours in the Pacific, and they kept, instead of saying, you know, in a pool how kids say Marco Polo, they did to infinity and beyond, and they kept that up for like 15 hours and were saved. But how do you go beyond infinity? You know, I kept thinking, what do you mean, to infinity and beyond? You know, and I kept thinking, well, I can think of the Crab Nebula, or I can think of the Pleiades, or I can think of these amazing objects in space. Is that infinity? I can also think of string theory and a vibrating reality, other dimensions. There's several of them. Think about that. You know, we can use our imagination. You know, we say everything is possible, everything. And, you know, sometimes infinity, most people say, well, it means unlimited extent of time, space, or quantity. It's unbounded. But you know the word unbounded or unlimited? It has bound in it, so your mind thinks bound. Unbounded, it's bound. And think never ending, well, it's got an end. No. It's in perpetuity, it's eternity, it's forever, it's everlasting, it's permanence. It's a place so distant it cannot be reached. There's no end. You know, we talk about infinity 3 ways: physically, in mathematics, and metaphysically. People wear these friendship bracelets. Have you ever seen them? They have an infinity symbol, which is the 8, the symbol of 8 on its side. This was a symbol that was actually invented by an English mathematician, John Wallis, in 1655, because infinity is used in math. I don't know how many of you took calculus. Okay, all right. Okay, I won't go into it. But calculus uses infinity and imaginary numbers to describe, like, the second dimension, as opposed to the first dimension, which numbers on the page, the second dimension, and the third dimension, and the fourth dimension. So we use infinity in math. And, you know, if you want to stretch your mind, think about pi. How many of you know what pi is?
Apple or?
Yeah, mathematically, it's a ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter. So it's this ratio, and it's true for every place in the universe. Basically, it's an irrational number, and it never repeats. And so scientists have, with these really special computers, have tried to calculate out thousands of decimals to see if it will repeat. It does not repeat. It's infinite. Pi is infinite. And pi has been used for sending out space vehicles to try to talk to other civilizations on other planets, because it's a constant. It's a constant in our universe. Uni means one. So Troward, he's called God the self-originating spirit, originating mind, which is infinite. He taught that the cosmos came into existence through this self-contemplation, and that creation is the process of bringing into existence that which does not already exist. It's infinite. It never ends. You know, can you imagine what it is to never end? That's you. You never end. Your creativity never ends. It was a week, well, Reverend Kate mentioned it, I mentioned it the week before, how our body is composed of heavier elements. You know, our sun has primarily helium and hydrogen, but we are composed of much deeper, heavier type elements, and they came from supernovas, which have exploded and were compressed and became carbon and oxygen. And I don't know if you know Neil deGrasse, the scientist. He said we're all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the universe atomically. So imagine this, excuse me, this writer named Larry Dossey about infinity said, imagine this. So just imagine this for a minute. The part of your mind is not in your body or brain this moment. Imagine that this aspect of your consciousness spreads everywhere, extending billions of miles into space from the beginning of time into limitless future, linking us with the minds of one another and with everyone who has ever lived or ever will. This is the infinite peace of your consciousness. Isn't that wonderful?
Thank you.
You're one with God. So you're infinite forever. I know most of you know Walt Whitman, the American poet, who was a medic during the Civil War. He said, I pass death with the dying and birth with the newborn washed babe, and am not contained between my hat and my boots. He said, let your soul stand cool and composed before 1,000,000 universes. There's no God any more divine than yourself. He was
Wow.
amazing.
Sure was.
In religious science, you know, we teach that each of us is an individualized expression of the divine, of the infinite, of God. And that each of us lives within an infinite ocean of possibility. And I've talked about this before with quantum physics. It's basic. Quantum physics takes these waves of possibilities and they basically become particles through our consciousness, our action upon it. The director of CSL Dallas, Petra Wells, I don't know if some of you know her, she said, all creation is the body of the infinite, meaning God, expressing and experiencing itself in infinitely diverse ways. Creation is where love becomes actualized and life becomes more of itself. It needs you and me, the whole universe, to become all of the infinite ways it can be. So to infinity and beyond just means unlimited possibilities. So a week ago, Saturday, I mentioned that we attended celebration of life for Dr. Tom Sanner. And Tom, I believe he outgrew his life. He was a very enthusiastic teacher, kind of wild at times. Many of us knew him pretty well. And up until the celebration, I was having a hard time letting go. You know, it's like, did I tie things up neatly with Tom? Did I say what I wanted to say with Tom? But having the celebration was great for letting go. And knowing that his work on this plane is finished, but he's on to infinity and beyond. You know, I can just see him. He used to say, well, he required all of us to have a mission statement. His mission statement was, I'm a teacher of compassion and wisdom for the transformation of the planet Earth. I can see him on another planet. I can see him in another dimension, you know, continuing. And he really taught us about immortality, the importance of creation, our own creativity. But Abraham Lincoln said, surely God would not have created such a being as man with an ability to grasp the infinite to exist only for a day. No, man was made for immortality. So how do we access this immortality and this infinity? Ernest Holmes, he was concerned that we do too much teaching and theory and we don't do enough practice. So one of the things we could do, which it's interesting, Alan Lamott said, almost everything will work again if you unplug it for a few minutes, including yourself.
I like that.
So we can touch infinite consciousness in meditation. We can quiet the brain's repetitive little, talking and patterns. We can listen for the still small voice. We can find heaven within. We can be in nature. We can dance and sing. We can love. We can give. I was thinking just the other day, it was stop and smell the roses. I was watching Butch chase a lizard. It was so cute. We can do that. We can look at the plants around our house. We can look at nature. That's what Emerson said, if you want to know God, look at nature. And, sometimes I think we're held hostage by our cell phones and by the TV. We need to stop. We need to extract ourselves. Look at the moon. Look at the sun. Look at the sunshine. I've been noticing the oranges on my tree are turning orange. And the lemons are turning from green to yellow. It's that time of the year. Life talks back to us. It shows its infinity and its immortality if we just listen and grasp it. So we live in this infinite life full of blessings. So Ernest Holmes said, he said, form is necessary for self-expression. The resurrection body is already within. If the soul can create and sustain a body here, there's no reason to deny its ability to create and sustain one hereafter. So, my recommendation for this next week, your next life, whatever, go to the beach.
Yeah.
Enjoy nature. And as William Blake said, he said, to see a world in a grain of sand and a heaven in a wild flower. Hold eternity in the palm of your hand and eternity in an hour. You know, we can't control the length of time we have on this planet, but we can control the depth. The deeper we go, the more we find. And so it is.
And so it is.
To infinity and beyond.
We're gonna go now.
Wonderful. Reverend Maurene, we picked out a song that's just perfect because so many things that you said tie into the song that Cahill wrote. It's called I Sing to the Wind, and it is definitely infinity and beyond. And it's about nature too. I sing to the wind, to the moon and the stars, how much a part of them we are. They speak to my soul from the truth that we are. I am one with the universal heart, and I dance in the sun, the birds soaring high
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, this is our time for conscious giving. And I just want to thank you in advance. Thank you in advance for supporting this fellowship, this church. Thank you for advance in showing up and volunteering and just being part of this friendship that we have created. So if you have a gift that you want to give, you can put it in your hand and put it over your heart. I know some of you give on Venmo or you give online, and that's perfect. There are many ways of giving. So you can just say it with me. Divine love blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I give great gratitude that this is so.
I give great gratitude that this is so.
And so it is.
And so it is. Yay!
And please sing, I am so blessed with us. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. So blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Thank you. And it's time for a closing treatment. And Reverend Dr. Maddie has agreed to do a treatment for us.
I know you.
Today is a day of celebration. We celebrate the oneness, the goodness, and the allness of Spirit. The Spirit that has no beginning and no ending. We celebrate this perpetuity, this goodness that goes on, and the joy of it all. Praising Spirit, living in Spirit, and enjoying this truth. As we leave here today, we praise, we celebrate, and we enjoy the goodness of Spirit, the oneness of Spirit, the allness of Spirit that is in and through all creation, has no beginning and no ending. It simply is. And with love and joy in my heart, I celebrate this goodness. We take each with us, this goodness with us. It's fall, it's harvest time, the harvest is here. We celebrate, we say thank you, and please join with me and sing, and so it is.
Would you like to stay up here and sing the last song? Please stand and we'll sing our final closing song.
All right, sing with feeling. Open your heart, let your love go free out of the ocean, right across the sea. Let it go like a river, let it fly like a dove, till your heart remembers.
love. Once you get it started, watch what it does. It'll go full circle. You can't stop love. Let's try that again. Open your heart. Let your love go free. Out over the ocean, right across the sea.